Let's talk Oliveira versus Dariush. With Oliveira in this fight, this isn't per se the easiest fight on paper for him, but it's definitely a winnable fight. On the feet, the forward pressure needs to be on display where that's where Charles does his best work. He needs to constantly make Beneil work off of his back foot where he isn't as comfortable, and it'll also help Charles see the attacks and takedowns coming better. While on the front foot, Charles can work his offense much more efficiently, and because Beneil's a forward pressure guy himself, that can leave him walking into those reactive knees of Charles, or even a counter shot as Beneil's trying to bridge the gap, because Beneil doesn't really make up range the best at times, being there to be hit. You could say Oliveira's clinch game is some of the best in the UFC, especially offensively, but I don't think Charles wants to hang out there for too long, where Beneil is more of a positional clinch player, where he'll eat a shot to obtain underhooks to secure takedowns, in which Beneil is one of the craftiest grapplers in the UFC. And that leads me into my next point, and that's the grappling. It isn't out of the cards for Charles to hurt Beneil on the feet and follow him down for the submission, but because Beneil is such a gifted top player and also has a super educated guard, I don't think that's where Charles wants to hang out. With Beneil Dariush, for my money, I'd say he has more ways of winning the fight, but I have a couple questions here. Will this be too big of a step for him? Is he prepared to face a very recent and now more hungry former champion? I feel the forward pressure of Beneil is also going to be important, but I don't think it's going to mean as much to him as it does to Charles, because we saw in the Islam fight, Charles' heavy forward pressure against a good positional southpaw can bring him into trouble, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see Beneil take more of a patient approach instead of trying to match Charles' pace. I feel Dariush is going to be comfortable no matter where the fight goes, but I think his strategy is going to be to get Charles against the cage and wearing him there, looking to get his hands together, lift, and turn Charles off the cage and look to pound away in the guard, Paul Felder style, if you guys remember that fight. Overall, this is such an amazing clash of styles. From a bettor's perspective, usually the safe money is with the guy who has more ways of winning, and as I mentioned earlier, I think that's Beneil, so that's who I'm going to take. Let me know who you guys are taking in the comments below.